What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to take a look at LKCO stock, otherwise known as Luokung Technologies. And I made a video over the weekend and our prediction was pretty much accurate so far. And let me just show you right now. So the current price, it's at $1.73 after the market has already closed. And we go check out my previous video. I posted this on the 20th, so this was over the week when the market was closed as well. And the price was at 183. And if you go ahead and watch this video, you'll see what I stated. And what I said was it was pretty much going to drop to potentially to the 50 EMA and then test this support level here. And that was my prediction back already on the weekend. And then looking at the price today, basically it did that. It was around the, let's say, 183 mark, give or take. It did drop below and it did surpass the 50 EMA line, so this blue line right here. It did break down even farther. And if we were to look at these touch points, the support levels, I was aiming around the $1.63 mark, give or take. So we see multiple touch points here, and then also some over here. And we can see that it did slightly dip below, but it didn't continue to break through. And then we saw a decent amount of buyers come back in. And then now we have this green candlestick right here. So the price is currently at 173. So now looking forward, my current price predictions, I'd say I'll need more time before we see a definite answer. But my guess is that if this were to continue to downtrend and break the support around the 160 plus mark, we could see this fall all the way down to potentially the $1.33 mark here. And I'm looking at these touch points, one here, one there, and then also over here and here as well. And that could be the next potential area, assuming that it does continue to downtrend. Now, at the opposite, if it were to reverse going forward, we could see potentially go back up and test this resistance level closer towards the $2.20 mark. So we'll have to wait and see. And just remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do research before making any investments. But short term right now, we really have about a month or so of time before we really get a definite answer regarding the news about the delisting. And there's some big news I want to share with you guys today, so definitely stay tuned until the end and watch that. But right now, just looking at the current volume, I mean, there's not too big of sale volume right here. The buy volume is not too crazy either. Looking back at the previous highs, I mean, you can see the volume here. It's ridiculously way higher than it was at least the current time frame right now. The RSI, it's getting closer towards the oversold territory, but we do see a little spike up on the 1 hour charts. So depending on the different time frame, it's probably going to look different, but right now it seems like, at least on the 1 hour chart, that it's not technically oversold yet. So maybe we could see it continue to sell off, assuming that people decide to take some profits. But on, actually, if you check Webull on the actual order, the quotes, if you look at it, we had a massive amounts of buyers around the 155, 150 mark, give or take, depending on which one you're looking at. So depending if that remains the same in the next few days, we could see some more support forming around this area if it were to continue to dip. Again, we'll have to wait and see, because if people were to change that tomorrow or essentially change their orders, then maybe that could drop even lower. But at least right now, it seems like we have pretty much solid support around this area. Now, for some reason, if there's some crazy news that happens in the next few days, then I'm sure we could potentially break all of our support levels and drop back down to our lows here. But at least from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's fairly definite right now. And the news, so until around May, it seems like, unless there's no official announcement yet, I don't really see how it's going to drop too much. But again, that's my own opinion. This could tank again, who knows, right? But it seems like the news already was bought into here where people sold off, assuming that there's a definite answer. And then they got the new update for the date and it got extended. And then obviously the partnerships with the mapping company decided to buy in, and you can see the price actually correlate towards that. But let's just take a look at some other details regarding LKCO. So first off, the big thing is, in case you guys are brand new, and this was a complaint I'd say a lot of people have earlier when you're following this. So back when it was like dropped all the way down to pretty much 70 or 60 cents plus, not many people could buy it, right? It was only on specific exchanges, and now they actually added it. And so far, this is currently this one's post, and they said these are all different people from different places that added their own exchanges that, like, if you're not from US, you might not know, but basically looks like they have some Canadian exchanges. We have Swiss Code here, but obviously the big players so far, Robinhood, Webull, Schwab, Chase, Fidelity, etc. And then all these additional exchanges down here. So technically, in terms of access to LKCO, it seems like it's much easier now for people to trade this. So in terms of liquidity, it's definitely much, I'd say, better for you, because now if you actually want to exit your trades, there's potentially more people in there that potentially buy up your order. Because beforehand, if you want to essentially say, let's say you have a big amount of LKCO and there's not many people trading on the particular exchange you're on, you wouldn't be able to get your orders filled, assuming you had, a huge amount. But for now, it seems like that's not that big of an issue anymore. And looking now here, this is something that's interesting. This is more of, say, good news, is that this article was posted in the Reddit at least too. And I can't pronounce this properly, but I think it's like Xiaomi or something. And basically, this is the big smartphone maker in China. And basically, they were initially on the list to get banned. And basically, they actually removed that for Xiaomi. And now they're stating that this could potentially be the case for LKCO, that they, since this Chinese company already got essentially the save, this potentially might affect LKCO and them actually being saved as well. But remember, this is all speculation. Does not necessarily mean just because, one company that's Chinese made it doesn't mean the other one will, because they're two different companies technically. This is smartphone, and I'm sure you can go into details about that. But for LKCO, they have mapping technology. There's other stuff they do, but again, just because it states that it could be saved because something else did doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So if you're looking into this in terms of the risks, just still know that this is super, super high risk and that it could still get delisted. And then basically at that point, I'm assuming the price would tank because people are trying to exit before, the thing gets banned from their exchanges, and the price would potentially correlate. So if you put in a huge amount that you can't afford to lose, then be prepared if that were the worst case to happen. Now, hopefully that doesn't, but we won't know until we get the confirmation in the next few weeks. But for now, we're just gonna have to wait. And then here's just more official. And this was actually on March 4th, so a couple days back, or a couple weeks back, I should say. And you can see here, I just Googled this quote because someone on Reddit posted the paragraph, but here's the official link to it. And what you need to do is just check into here. And you can see here, it's under the Thursday, March 18th date here for 2021. And right now, basically, they have the plaintiffs file their motion preliminary injunction. And it says on or before April 2nd. And then they say the defendants shall file their opposition on or before April 16th. And then the plaintiffs shall file their reply on or before April 23rd. And then basically, they have another oral argument on May 3rd. And then basically, the assigned judge will have 3/18/2021. So these are sort of just like due dates, and you can see here just some time frame. I don't see technically I don't see May 8th anywhere. So let me see Command F. Maybe I could find this. It doesn't look like there's anything for 8th. So there's a bunch of 8s here, but it looks like it's for March. So in regards, oh, what happened? Didn't mean to press that. But in regards, if you guys have the actual official dates or anything regarding this May 8th number, feel free to link it below. But based off this is again stating Luokung Tech versus Department of Defense. So if there's another article or maybe another link showing, other information, feel free to link it below and check it out. But I just thought these were really interesting because these are current dates that are coming up in terms of progress and what's going on here. So short term, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like if it were to reverse, it could continue uptrending. And then we'd have to test the support level here. But I'm sure people are going to sell off because if we look at this current price point, it rise up to here, we'd see a 20, almost 30% gain, which is a huge amount in a short period of time. So people are most likely going to sell there and take profits. Now, if we were to downtrend and potentially go down to maybe the 133, give or take, support level here, or even lower, and just keep going, that's anywhere from basically a 25 to 50, give or take, or 40% decrease. So just be prepared for that. And then obviously, if it were to drop low, that's 60+%. So keep an eye on this, and definitely let me know your thoughts or price predictions of LKCO in the comments below. And also, if you guys haven't already, be sure to smash the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And if you made it this far and you guys want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then be sure to click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit a minimum of $100 or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And aside from that, guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.